Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nancy and I just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you that have subscribed to my channel, to thank you guys that have liked my videos, to thank you that a big thank you to you guys that have left me a comment, and also to those of you that have gone a step further in sharing my videos. So thank you to each and every one of you. I really appreciate your support. But also remember to hit that notification button so that you can be notified every time I put up a new video. Okay, so looking at today's topic, it's something that I picked because I feel that most of us, can relate to it, and most of us are familiar with this topic. It's like an everyday thing. It's an everyday topic, that people talk about, and I think it's something that I've struggled with in my life, to figure out what that feels like for me or what that looks like for me. So I decided to go with this topic because um, since I struggled with it myself, I believe that there are other people out there who are struggling, with idea of in trying to find out like what makes them happy or how they can be happy. I'm not trying to give you a blueprint of what happiness is. Like I said at the beginning of this channel, I'm just here to share my life experiences, and the lessons that I've learned from them, and I'm hoping that some of these lessons and experiences can be relatable to people out there. Okay. Now, before I dig into the topic of happiness, I just want to mention that happiness means different things to different people, because obviously we are different people, okay? And I decided to pick the simplest definition of what happiness is because I didn't want to complicate things or oversimplify things. So I went with a definition that I feel is neutral and easy to understand, for all of us. Okay, so happiness, according to the definition that I found, happiness is defined as a state of being content or satisfied with yourself. Okay, I think that's the simplest definition and the easiest to understand. However, in as much as this concept of happiness is easy to grasp, it's not something that most of us um, have already figured out, or it's not something that most of us, it's something that most of us are actually struggling with. Okay, because there's all this confusion. We have there's this there's this confusion because the world is selling us this idea of happiness that it's only restricted to certain places and spaces, meaning that for you to be happy, okay, you need to be at point A, you need to be at a certain place. For you to be happy, you need to look a certain way, you need to speak a certain way, you need to walk a certain way, like you need to present yourself in a certain way. But that's not, when you think about it, that's not what happiness is. Happiness is not about those things. Okay, happiness is a personal thing and not really something that something that you can attain out there. Happiness should come from within. Okay, and these few points that I came up with, I hope they'll try and help you to figure out what happiness is for yourself. Okay, so the first point that I came up with is that you need to know yourself, your values as a person, your beliefs, what you believe in, your convictions, your deepest conviction as a person. Okay, it's important to know these things because they'll help you to stay grounded. They will help you stay put no matter the situation. Okay, it's important to know yourself because at the end of the day, you won't be swayed you won't be, you won't be moved by the wind. Okay, you only do those things that align with your values, your beliefs. Okay, it's a pathetic situation to ever find yourself in a place where you do things to be liked or to be approved or to be accepted. I think I wouldn't imagine myself to be in that state. So happiness really begins by knowing yourself, who you are, do sit down and do that introspection of yourself. Ask yourself, who am I? you know what do I want in life? Because at the end of the day, they say not deciding is making a decision. If you're not making decisions for your own life, someone else will make them for you. Okay, so know yourself, know who you are as a person. Do only those things that align with your values, your beliefs in life. Okay, go for things that you stand up for. Go for things that you believe in. Don't just do anything for the sake of what's trendy, for the sake of what's popular, in order to be liked, to be accepted, to fit in. Never do those things. Only do things that give you peace as a person. Okay. So the second point that I came up with is related, much more related to the first one. Okay. And it is be true to yourself. Be brutally honest with yourself. Be authentic with yourself. And I think authenticity is something that has helped me in my life as well. Okay. Throughout my life, I always ask myself, this thing that I want to do, is it who I am? Okay. Is it me? Does it make me happy? Okay. If you're not true, it doesn't help anyone to pretend to be to try and be someone that you're not, to put up a facade. For who? Are you doing those things? Okay, at the end of the day, you're just wasting your own time and other people's time. Life is short. You need to be your authentic self all the time. So the third point that I want to share with you guys is that never compare yourself with others. There's this famous quote that comparison is a thief of joy, and I couldn't agree more with it. The more you compare yourself with others, the more you hurt yourself. Okay, as long as as long as you're looking into your neighbor's yard, you will never improve where you are. So always be content with yourself. It's okay to have people to look up to. It's okay to have people that inspire you. It's okay to have role models in life. I mean, we all have role models. We all have people that inspire us, But it's wrong to try and be those people because you don't know their full story. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what has led them to where they are. This brings to mind the book that I read last year. I think this is one of the books that I highly recommend. It's one of those books that really change your life or impact your life after reading them. They're not just, I'm really picky with books. I don't just read any book. I read those books where the author is also in the book, like, those books that you can relate to at a very personal level. So I think this is one of the books that I recommend. And please, if you haven't read it, find time to read it. Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. I think in the book, he highlights that, we have all these successful people that we admire, okay? But, their success is not just attributed to their talents or ability and other things, There were a lot of things at play, things that, the world doesn't talk about, things that are not written in books. So for him, he analyzes those things and highlights, for what brought about success to those people. It's not just that they were brilliant, but other things were in place as well. So it's very important to never compare yourself with others, because you don't know their full story. You don't know what motivated them, okay? Stay in your lane, okay? Know yourself. Like I said at first, know yourself. Know your true self, okay? Only do those things that align with your values. Make decisions that align with your values, even when it comes to career choices and whatever. Don't choose a career because you want to be like Chibamba Kanyama, you want to be like Mzinga Melu. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, you need to do something that you're interested in. You need to have a passion for what you want to do, because that will drive you, okay? Even when you feel tired, because you have a passion for it, that passion, that fire within you will keep on driving you. I'm not saying that only do those things that interest you. At the end of the day, life is hard. The reality of life is that life is hard. And sometimes we have to do things for money, like we need to work for money. We need to do jobs that don't necessarily interest us for the sake of money. And yeah, but you should not stay in that thing forever. Once you get the money, go and chase that thing that really, you know, that you have a passion for. Okay, so this brings me to my fourth point: self-improvement. Now, this is self-explanatory and it can't be overemphasized, guys, because we need to grow. Life is about growth. Life is about learning. Life is about moving, moving forward. Okay, life is constantly changing. Okay, we live in a world that is fast-paced and people are constantly looking for something new, for new talent, for new knowledge. And once you are stuck, once you are left behind, it means that you have nothing to offer. You are only valuable as a person for what you can offer, for what you can bring to the table. So please, let's improve. Improve the way you look. Okay, like learn a new skill in order for you to grow in that career, in order for you to grow in that business. So life is a constant, is about improving oneself. Okay, you don't need to of course, I'm not saying you should now put on your racing shoes and get into that race, just because your friend has gotten a degree, a master's degree. Now you need to enroll for a degree. No, sit down and think about what you want. Think about, if I do this, is this what I want? Does this align with who I am as a person? So at the end of the day, in as much as you are improving yourself, let it be a gradual process. Let it be, do it at your own pace. Okay, don't do things, as if you are in a race, as if you are competing or whatever. At the end of the day, you fail. This is why people fail. Those people we see that are failing every day, they do things for the wrong reasons. Okay. The fifth point that I want to share with you guys is that be kind with yourself. The past is a place of learning and not lodging. You need to be kind to yourself, especially your younger self. Growing up, most of us made silly mistakes, mistakes that are regrettable even up to now. Okay, in as much as we regret those decisions that we made back then, obviously, the time we were making those decisions, it was in a kind of limited setting. You had limited information, you had limited experience. Probably you had no one to guide you into the decisions that you've made, and you relied on the advice from your peers because our culture is we are a cultured people, and for most of us, it's a taboo to bring up certain topics with our parents, with with our mothers, our fathers, because it's a form of disrespect to them. And as a result, we ended up making bad decisions because we listened to our friends, and obviously they misled us. So please be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself and move forward. Okay, it will not help you to live in the past. You can't cry about a mistake that you made 10 years ago, a mistake that you made 5 years ago. Come on. You can't blame your stagnant life on that mistake. You need to move. Do something about the mistakes that you made in the past. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And other people be kind to you. That's how it works. Okay. So the fifth point that I want to talk about is that in as much as you have to be kind to yourself, you need to be kind to others. Okay. Look around you. There are so many needs around you. Okay. And I'm not just talking about family members. You need to help others. Okay. You need to even the Bible says that he that waters is also watered. For those of us or for those of you that have helped someone, there's that joy that comes with that, and I can't even begin to explain it. So you need to go out there and help someone for you to feel that joy that I'm talking about. Okay, we have so many orphanages in Zambia. We have so many hospitals, so many prisons. And guys, there are serious needs in those places. Okay, you can mobilize yourself. You can mobilize yourself and your friends, mobilize some resources, mobilize some donations from people, and just take to those places and relieve someone else's pain, someone else's suffering, okay? That's why we are here. We are here to help each other. No man is an island. Okay, I remember back then at church, I think we had this weekly program where I would go to UTH and visit certain wards, and there I discovered that there are actually, patients who are there hospitalized with no one by their bedside. Someone has been in the hospital for months and months, and there's no one on their bedside. There's no one to care for them. There's no one to bring them food, okay? They're just relying on the food that they give in the hospital, which, guys, if you've tasted the food there, the free food they give, it's not something that a patient can swallow. When you're sick, when you the kind of cravings that you have, you just want to eat soft foods, someone caring for you and the like. It actually even helps you recover quickly. So let's take time to help out. Sometimes it's not just giving stuff. Sometimes it's just offering a listening ear to your friend. Avail yourself. Sometimes people just want to let things out. Don't be selfish, so to say. Avail yourself. Give out your talents to other people. Give out give your time to other people. That's how life is. That's what life is all about, being there for others. Okay. Now, this brings me to my 7th point, gratitude. Okay. All of us have people that have supported us through and through. We can't even begin to describe the kind of support that they've given us, the emotional support, the physical support, our family and friends have been there. All of us have that community of family and friends that we can rely on to say, if today I needed help, these people would come on board and help me. These people would hold me down. All of us have such kind of people. And it's important for us to show gratitude to them once in a while, to be grateful for the role that they play in our lives, to appreciate them, okay? If you have a younger sibling, you have an older sibling, a sister or a brother or whatever, take time to appreciate them on their birthdays, Give them gifts, plan for their birthdays. Give them money. I know like younger siblings love this a lot. Give them money. I'm not just talking about, 100 kwacha or whatever. Give them serious money that can, make them feel seen and appreciated. It's important to appreciate others, guys. It's important to be grateful to people that have really helped you in life, okay? This brings to mind the story of 10 lepers in the Bible. 10 were healed, but only one went back and to say thank you. And that person was made whole, was made complete. And that's what gratitude does to us. You can do all these other things. You can do this and that. At the end of the day, if you're not grateful, you won't be complete as a person, okay? The last point that I want to share with you guys is that, we can talk about this and that. We can talk about what happiness is, what happiness is not, how to be happy and the like. But at the end of the day, happiness is a choice that only you can make. Happiness is a choice that lies within. Okay? Every day that you wake up, choose to be happy. We live in a world that is both good and evil, and it's easy to get battered with life. It's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to despair, because we are surrounded by people who are negative, negative friends, negative family members, there are just all these bad things around us, and that's the reality of life. But at the end of the day, happiness is a choice that lies with you, because life is a sum total of choices that we make, okay? I remember a lesson I learned at church some time back. Someone said that unforgiveness is like taking poison yourself and expecting someone else to die. That really struck me. Like, that really stuck with me, So it's important for us to forgive. That's a choice. Forgiveness is a choice. It's not a feeling. You won't feel that, okay, I need to forgive this person. No, that feeling will never come. But you can decide to forgive that person and forge ahead. It doesn't help to hold a grudge, to have pride. You've wronged your friend, you can't say sorry. You're just like, no, if that person wants, they can go. And that's how most of us lose friendships. It's because of pride over simple things, because you can't say sorry to your friend. You can't humble yourself and say sorry to your partner. Most of us, that's how we've ended. We've let go of good people. And so happiness is really a choice, guys, and it's up to you to decide um, how you want your day to end. You want it to end with you holding a grudge? Fine. And you want it to end with you having pride in your heart? Fine. You want it to end with you with unforgiveness? Fine. But at the end of the day, remember that those things have detrimental consequences. The consequences that are detrimental to your health in general, and also to your mental health, because if you hold a grudge against someone, you are allowing that person to live rent-free in your mind. So please, let's decide to be happy every day that you wake up. Decide to be happy, decide to be positive, okay? In as much as the reality of life is that there are all these bad things around us, please overcome them. Don't let that affect you, but choose to be happy. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Please look out for the next video, which I'll be putting out soon. And also thank you once more to those of you that have subscribed to my channel, those of you that have liked. Remember to leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll read the comments and I'll reply to them. So thank you so much once more, guys, and have a lovely day. So